Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Rundown. I'm your host, Evan from HIMediaTV, joined by the illustrious No.2 Brian.
Hey guys.
Brian Ortega. And this is Welcome to the Rundown. So, Brian, I have a video I want to share with you just to sort of get things started now, shall we?
Of course, yeah.
This is what it looks like when you use a ceiling fan as a basketball.
Oh. I don't know why I was expecting something more.
No, this is Bobby Orlando. This is his entire fucking shtick. He has done 140 of these, and I caught him at 90 2 days ago.
You know who this reminds me of? This guy reminds me of the guy who jumps into the random shit. You know who I'm talking about?
Not necessarily. There was this guy I saw who says, seeing how many of blank can hold up my body weight, and he's just him falling down.
Yeah. Noelia has shown me him. But really, you haven't heard of the guy who goes like, Juggalos and Juggalettes, what's up? I'm so-and-so, and I'm going to jump on 10 pieces of fiberglass.
All of
this is what it looks like.
I know, it's all basketball. I'm just saying, like, the setting and everything.
As a basketball.
That was episode 100. And to his credit, he could actually throw. But you know what all of this kind of just reminds me of?
What?
New Jerseyite behavior.
True.
It is all just pure New Jerseyite behavior. But I think this was kind of like the only thing that like was on my radar this week that I kind of wanted to chit chat about.
Okay.
This happened in like the last 24 hours.
Very quickly, I'm just sending you. Before we talk about the thing you want to talk about, go to TikTok very quickly and pull up the video I just sent you.
Oh.
Just so you know the reference of the guy I'm talking about.
Fair enough.
It's just the background, like the way he shoots his video. It reminds me of this.
Man jumps on printer. Fuck this shit. Man jumps on printer.
So I'm gonna play that again so everybody can see exactly what the fuck just happened.
Fuck this shit.
And Brian is just pissing himself in joy.
He chose to do that. That's why I laugh. It's not like somebody else recorded it. He recorded it himself.
The thing I wanted to talk about was Eminem dropped a fucking Slim Shady song after 20 fucking years.
Yeah, and people were going crazy that he had the audacity to say that line about Meg Thee Stallion, even though it wasn't even a diss.
No, it wasn't. Like, so I went onto fucking Genius and looked at the lyrics and shit, and I'm like, the only thing in that entire song, at least from the scan I did of it, that I thought like was like a little like that's like, you know, like fucking hell, bro, was like using crossdresser as like a derogatory thing. Like that was the only thing. Everything like he mentioned, you know, he mentioned Meg Thee Stallion. It wasn't a diss. He mentioned like
you gotta also remember though, very quickly, the fact that you can only say that he used crossdresser as like a derogatory term when 20 years ago,
white dude Eminem, as Eminem,
when 20 years ago
Eminem.
He was dropping F-bombs and not F-U-C-K like nobody's business.
No, 100%. And like, listen, like, still fuck him because he's a Zionist, but like, even so, like, at the end of the day,
does he stay with Israel?
I think I like Meta said he was. I take her at face value. I don't know if it's like he's like ride or die, like creepo about it, like John Fetterman, or just he was one of those like fucking celebrities whose agents told him to sign a fucking letter or some shit. You know what I mean?
I got you.
But so I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. But I will say though, like it's like yeah, it's like the only like the thing like people were like losing their shit over like the transgender line there, and I'm like, I'm not gonna speak for like the trans homies I got, but like as far as I could read, like it wasn't necessarily like a diss there, and even then, like he mentioned it more than anything. I don't know. It was such like the people are like losing their shit over it, like saying, "Oh, old M's back." It's pretty fucking like. I'll give credit where credit is due. Eminem certainly didn't. He's certainly like more with the times than a lot of artists from his generation.
Well, I think that happened also not like his OG Slim Shady sound, but like I remember that Marshall Mathers LP2 had like a little bit of that craziness, coming at everybody type vibe. So I don't think it ever went away. I think he just learned how to, take more so from like what's going on in the industry and shit like that.
He stopped doing opiates and went to therapy. Like that's
Literally.
what happened. That's what happened. Like he chilled the fuck out. He melded like Snoop was on some like rough shit back in the day, and now like he's like
he's
a
just a
household
grandfather smoking weed. Like
he literally made a fucking children's show for his grandkids to watch, and shit. And it's like doing like positive affirmations over a hip hop beat, and it's adorable. So it's like Eminem's always been like a private person. He hasn't necessarily like always been loud and shit. Like say like people dislike him for a myriad of different reasons. Like a lot of his discography definitely doesn't necessarily hold up today for a lot of reasons. But like
I think if you're going for old music to reflect the times, then definitely not.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of his discography is a product of his time, and I think that it's okay to enjoy that. That's fine. It's like it's not like Eminem. Like, say what you will about
He's
him,
best fucking friends with Elton John. He's the opposite of a actual hater of the LGBTQ+.
I wasn't even talking about that. I was like talking about him like being like, representing black culture and stuff. He does it as far as like from one white dude to another. He does like he's a pretty gracious fucking about it.
He's the best white rapper there is. Like,
yeah,
for as long as he's been around.
Yeah.
Who are we kidding?
Nobody can say that there is a better white rapper than him.
No. Macklemore, don't get me wrong. He just released a great song. I'm not coming at him, but I'm
realizing that Macklemore, like most people know him from The Heist and Thrift Shop, which is very much not him. That was his commercial "I'm gonna get a bag" album. And he's been...
I mean, the only other guy that you could even put in the same league, I would say, is either like... I mean, fuck it. Is Vanilla Ice still kicking? I give it to Vanilla Ice. That's who I give it to.
Vanilla Ice literally is just... Vanilla Ice is like making a killing off of his HGTV like reruns and shit.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, listen, dude. Like he like.
I kid.
You know what I think killed his career in rap?
What?
That Jim Carrey performance on SNL.
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me.
I can't play it for y'all because NBC is a bunch of Nazis in terms of the YouTube copyright system, but
I'm trying to get this next thing I want to talk about, but I think you were going to say something.
No, go. No, you're queued up. Go for it.
Is it this? Hold
Oh,
on.
I know what I wanted to talk to you about. Did you hear about the bullshit? And I was mad when I found out about this.
Mhm.
The rant I did about it was so incoherent I had to put it on my second channel. Did you hear about Microsoft adding an AI that basically records everything you do for up to 3 months to Windows 11?
Oh, that's so nice. I'm so glad that they did that. That's exactly
It,
what everybody wants.
it's called Microsoft Recall, and what it does, Recall, like what all of those fucking computers that were sent on to Best Buy are going to be done when this eventually leads to a gigantic fucking security break. It stores locally on your screen on your machine the past however many months of doing it. And here's the thing: you can set it to not record at all, but by default it records the past 3 months of like whatever you're doing on your computer. And
Mm,
it's and basically everybody came out of media and was like, this is a giant security issue.
literally.
And it's like saying like, oh, it's all stored locally on your machine, so there's no worry about I'm like, motherfucker, that's the most risky place for it to be.
Yeah, because that's where
If it was automatically encrypted and
I-
sent up to Microsoft Azure, I'd feel better about it.
even
Security
then, I'd be
wise.
like, security wise, without a doubt. Because when it comes to cybersecurity, I might as well be eating fucking sand with a spoon. But
Right.
what's it called? Even then, I'm like, do y'all really need this information? Like, is it that required?
You know what else it can be? You know what else this will result in? Warrants. Like cops can demand that in discovery and for warrants and shit.
See, if they do it for child porn, go off. I'm down. If they do it for pirating, uh-oh.
Here's my thing though, right? Like, I recognize that the child predation issues are a gigantic issue, but the thing I need you to understand is that the amount of like
No. I definitely agree.
the use for that is so tiny compared to what they would be doing.
I mean, personally, that's why, not to get too political, but that's why I don't buy the whole gun control thing fully. I'm also like, listen, it's a percentage of people. Not that I'm saying it's not a problem, but
My thing is that here's my only counter towards that is that
I don't think everybody should have one. I'm not saying that.
No, my thing is that there absolutely should be red flag laws because there's fucking lunatics who shouldn't have firearms, and unfortunately, the motherfuckers that are going in to take your firearms, the cops, are the same motherfuckers that probably shouldn't be having guns in the first place.
I'm glad actually that we brought this little topic up. I just want to talk about one thing here. It's a small subject, nothing important. But did you see Uvalde parents going after Activision and the maker of the actual weapon? And they did not name the goddamn police office that let their children die.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Please give me the rundown.
So you've
I said the thing.
Yeah, you did the name. So you remember Uvalde, where in Texas, all those parents wanted to go into the school. The police officers wouldn't allow them, and then they
They're
waited
playing
an
Candy
hour
Crush
and a
on their phone.
Literally.
Yeah.
With all that despicable shit, right? For
Yeah.
whatever reason, these parents, instead of choosing to directly sue the police office for negligence or, waiting too long, they are going after Call of Duty and the manufacturer of the weapon that was used in the killing. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that we have a horrible gun issue in this country, a horrible mass shooting issue in this country. But going after a video game company,
the video game thing, very stupid. The
manufacturer, I'm like, okay, if you could get the money from them,
I can take it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm like, you in my eyes, you should be legally allowed to sue the manufacturer, but the manufacturer should be legally allowed to say, hey, 99% of our customers don't kill anybody when they buy our product. So
yeah, which is really like wild to me. Like, because here's the thing about gun control, right? And I used to call it purchase reform to be a little, calling it gun control. Like, most the only reason why I am not for gun control at present time is because I want as many people with my politics to have firearms as humanly possible, because right wing lunatics are running asunder, and we need to be able, and left wing folks need to be able to defend ourselves from, you know, fascist tyranny. And the fascist tyranny isn't going to come from the government. It's going to come from some chuckle fuck down in Slower Lower who hates black people in Wilmington. And once there's a perception that that society's breaking down, they're all going to get in their Ford F-150s and with their beer bellies and drive up here, trying to, like, you know, take revenge on, you know, all of the fucking working class folks up here who don't look like them, for the perceived slight of, like, ruining the country or some shit like that. Like, I my job, like, the purpose of firearms for me is not to overthrow the government or defend from government tyranny. My idea of a firearm is to protect myself and my community from Billy Joe Jim Bob and spray his gray matter out on Delaware Avenue. That's the fucking purpose of firearms for me.
Evan, I want you to make me a graphic that's like a fishing rod going out and casting the line. So I could be like, all right, now I'm reeling you back in because I want to talk about the fact.
Go for it.
Just the fact that it's this bullshit 90s argument that video games make people violent all over again. And I just don't understand. And an example where somebody can actually be held accountable for waiting, and that resulted in children's lives being lost. Those people are still not being held accountable, even though a fucking game publisher, they sued Activision. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Cops have 50 years of precedent of courts long stroking their cocks, preventing them from being held accountable to their actions. They have the precedent out in New York, where two cops basically watched a guy try to stop somebody who was, like, actively, like, being, like, menacing people, get stabbed almost to death. And then after the guy was almost dead, and the guy stopped and breathed for a second, the cops then came through and grabbed the dude. That was the dude who they died. This wasn't even the dude who was stabbing people. This was the dude who got stabbed, and he sued the police department for not protecting him. And the courts determined that the police officers do not have
an obligation to save you.
They do not have the obligation to put themselves into danger to save you.
And it's like, then why are you cops?
Well, you also have the concept of qualified immunity, the legal, idea that if it is something that is being done in the service while you are doing your job, you can't get nailed for it. Now, granted, here's my thing. Even when they're breaking protocol, even when they're going against the handbook and all that shit, they're still covered by qualified immunity. Like, the courts are so fucking cucked about it. It's insane.
This is the thing that I was trying to say. What I don't understand is, after Derek Chauvin's civil trial, not his criminal trial, but his civil trial where he actually got, taken to the cleaners, I think it was his retirement or his pension got actually, like, swallowed the fuck up, all that shit. I thought that would have been precedent for these bigger issues because it's in the court literature. Like, that's how this shit
happens. The problem is that when judges look at these cases, they say, if it didn't happen exactly this way, it's not a breach. So if somebody leans on a person's neck to the point where they asphyxiate, then that can be considered not covered under qualified immunity. But if you choke a motherfucker out in a chokehold that is allowed by your by the department, even regardless of whether or not even if they're not resisting, that's okay. Because the problem is that the way judges look at it, and this is all the way. So even if you get a judge that's like, yeah, you're a fucking murderer, and throws a book at them, on appeal at the next circuit, there's a lot of judges that will look through the lens of qualified immunity and unless it meets an impossible standard of grievance and in malpractice, they get off. And so what ends up happening is that the only recourse is for them to sue the town, which is just people shooting them. The people who are suing the town or city, are just like, great, there's a bunch of fucking tax dollars out of, our schools, our roads, our everything, because what we really want, which is nailing the fucking cops who did this to the wall, that can't happen.
Yeah, but then it only damages the credibility of these parents and of this situation, because then nobody has anything to go off on in future cases. And everybody...
Wait, the parents? What do you mean?
Yeah, because the parents, it's not the town, it's the parents of the children who passed away, who are suing these companies, who are reaching out, and Facebook as well. And
what other option do they have?
Well, what I'm trying to say is this only damages their credibility in everybody's eye, because they're not seen as grieving parents trying to fight for justice. They're now seen as people who are just trying to get monetary value for the horrible shit they've been through. And
which, to be fair, they deserve it.
Not saying that they don't. I'm just saying the way that optics work, it will go literally against their what they're trying to achieve. You get what I'm saying?
There's like if I could be a little Fed posty for a second, and
go ahead, be the little devil's advocate.
Everything I'm saying here is in Minecraft. It's in Roblox. It's not in real life. I'm just saying, I think at this point the only recourse we have with police officers in this country, in terms of them seeing accountability, is them being retaliated against by the community, and
in Minecraft,
just making sure, and cops that are egregious are put down in Minecraft, and they, by and large, just the community, like if there's not going to be justice in an official sense, riots are the voice of the unheard, and it doesn't necessarily...
I think you agree with this statement, right? If ending qualified immunity or going after the pockets of these police officers who make heinous mistakes or decisions on the job, whatever it is at the end of the day, if that cannot happen, if that is not granted to the people, then inevitably we are going to reach a boiling point, because people are going to keep saying, you keep telling us you're protecting and serving us, but even the court identifies the fact that you don't have to protect us. You owe us no obligation.
Most people don't know that.
And when
people don't know that.
When people start to wake up to that fact and get told that en masse, and they start seeing what's going on under the guise of that reality, that's when it's going to either be, hey, we got to end qualified immunity for people who are going to court over shit, or there's going to be retaliation in Minecraft on all of these people in law enforcement. And it's a scary thought to think about, because also the part that never gets fixated on is the good people that require police officers. But if you live in a state where I'm not saying this in a way where they don't deserve the constant hatred and explanation of exactly. But then the police officers use their ignorance and they weaponize it, because then when I call in a place like this, Los Angeles, and I say, LAPD, I just got robbed, can you come here? They're going to be like, is the person still there? No. Do you know where the person is? No. We'll come. We'll we'll write a statement. Not really sure what's going to happen after that. Because
the only purpose of that is just so you can go to the insurance company. The insurance company needs a police statement, and that's it.
I'm just saying that the police aren't doing their job anymore under the guise that they can't, right? That's what they claim. But the real thing of it is they're just scared because so many people are trying to hold them accountable. I've noticed, let's see if you agree with this statement, but I've noticed as growing up in this sect of living, right? This generation, whatever you want to call it, this society.
Hell, you can call it hell.
accountability is a bad word for a lot of people.
Accountability is a bad word only to people who don't want to be held accountable for their bad actions.
The thing that I'm trying to say is on a person to person scale. I won't say it's like a social media type thing because our generation loves to call fucking horrible people out, and I respect that about us.
100%.
But on a person to person scale, I feel like accountability has become another trigger word for instilling, having any number of things come up for you. And I don't agree with the fact that an entity, a public but really private entity, as the police office, as the police station in every 50 fucking state, has this understanding that, like, hey, even if there is a shitty one of us, we got to protect him. We can't agree with them.
That thin blue line. Yeah.
And it's so stupid. It's so dumb.
You know, and here's the thing.
Here's my thing also.
LA's got cop gangs.
Oh, I know. Who are you telling? I know. I see it. What the fuck? But Evan, the only thing I want to say is the idea that you don't hold the people in your house accountable is so alien to me. It's so alien.
You spent most of your fucking childhood trying to hold your angry, yelly ass grandparents to account for their
New York Jews. Oh, New York Jews, trying to hold them accountable.
That accent's still thick as the day they left.
Facts.
I love your grandparents. They don't like my ass anymore, but I like your grandparents.
Fuck them. They probably won't even remember what happened.
You say that you landed sharp. Your granddaddy may have a bit of Alzheimer's setting in, but like your Auntie Linda's a little woo woo, but she's still sharp as a tack where it counts.
True.
Like she may believe in tarot readings and Donald Trump, but you know.
Oh, by the way, did you hear the former?
Oh yes, of course we must.
No. The Home Alone 2 actor was found guilty on 34 felonies. That's all. That's all it is. Okay. let's not get into anything else.
That's a great way to put it. Here's my thing. Here's the thing. Do I want him to go to
jail time?
I've thought about this a lot. So if I may go
Please,
on a
I won't reel you in. You take your time.
Okay. So the thing I want to note about Donald Trump getting nailed to the wall, right, is the judge has three options. One lame, one funny, one very funny.
I just want to say one thing. I was watching Bill Maher last night. John Waters was on.
I fucking hate Bill Maher. He's such
John Waters is a
whiny
funny
boomer.
Though. I'm not sure if you know who he is, but he is a funny goddamn guy. And he said if the judge gives Trump house arrest, you will hear Melania scream from New York to the White House. And that is the truth.
No, big facts. No, because here's the thing. Like here, this judge is already like under constant threat as is. You know, he's already got security detail, the whole 9 yards. And the most logical thing that would probably happen, given that Trump is a first offender, given that, 34 felonies short, like these are the types of crimes, like these financial crimes are the types of things that normal people will be like, oh, you're going to jail for a long time type of thing. So, but, Donald Trump is a very wealthy man. So, they have the ability to extract a lot of of fine money out of him, as an option. That is most likely what will happen. What is most likely to happen is the judge will issue a fat fucking fine. That is the most logical thing to happen because it prevents everything I'm about to talk about from surrounding it from the things I'm about to talk about from happening. And also, it's just I'm pretty sure that the judge is like, I don't want to fucking deal with this anymore. That's what's most likely. What's second most likely to happen is house arrest. And house arrest would be funny. Not very funny, but funny. It'd be very funny, but it wouldn't be the big funny. It would be very funny because we would just get hundreds of tweets a day from Donald J. Trump because he is stuck in his apartment losing his fucking mind. He is stuck in Mar-a-Lago, no, he'd have to stay in New York because it's a New York case. He'd be stuck in his New York apartment losing his shit. And Melania would probably like, I'm going to Mar-a-Lago, bye! And that's exactly what would happen. And what would happen, and this would do a couple things. He wouldn't be able to go out and campaign. The only time he would really be leaving his house arrest would be for going to sit on other trials around the country he's having to deal with, like in Georgia, Arizona. And it would just be sad. And we would wake up every morning to see 13 new tweets that Trump was tweeting out while he was taking his 2:30 in the morning shit.
Okay.
The last one, the big funny, is if he goes to prison. Now, he wouldn't go to prison for, the rest of his life, but he would probably go to prison, like, given the things that he had. He'd probably go to prison for an entire presidential term.
Yeah, but you want to know the part that should make your brain have a civil war?
What?
He could still be elected in prison. And then we would have a sitting president in prison.
He can.
Jesus.
He can. He can. That's a quirk of our system. We don't let felons fucking vote, but we don't prevent felons from running for office.
Federal office. State and local, nah.
Fair enough. But I digress. The big funny, him going to prison, which I love the idea of for comedic. Like, sense of justice, I want him in prison for the shit he's done, blah, 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 whatever. But mainly at this point, it's for the comedic, like, chops of it.
You don't think it makes his supporters worse, more violent, or reactionary?
Brian, his supporters are already, they don't really have that much further right to go.
I'm saying they seem, this is my point, right? Not that their rhetoric isn't extremely violent or, disconcerting, whatever you want to call it. I'm saying, do you think if he is actually thrown in jail, which we both agree is probably not likely, right? But if he is, that will lend credibility to the whole, they're stealing the country away from you. I am the only thing holding this in balance. I think that's what would happen. I'm sorry to interrupt. I apologize, but no. No worries.
There is nobody that wasn't going to vote for Donald Trump.
No. Not that it changes the voting of it in any way. I'm saying that his supporters get more confident, get more bombastic about their attempts. They've already shown what would happen if he lost the election, right? With January 6th. I don't really buy the argument that they would just accept him being thrown in jail. That's what I'm saying.
No, because the thing that would surround him getting thrown in jail would become an immediate national crisis.
That's what I'm saying.
Which would be, again, very funny seeing, a bunch of fucking lunatic, suburbanites with dyed hair and beer bellies trying to break into, fucking, Rikers Island, or some shit.
But I know you and me don't have the same perspective on this. I'm just like, I don't want another 3 years of liberals yelling about the same fucking thing over and over and over again, and that being used as an excuse to stay as shitty as they fucking are.
Shit libs are gonna do shit lib shit. My thing is that I hate the right wing more than I hate, centrist liberals, like resistance types. Like, my thing is that at the end of the day, seeing these, Trump-obsessed, deranged individuals coping, seething, and mauling would bring me an undue level of joy.
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm not sitting here saying I disagree.
And so I also don't live in New York.
Tuh.
And also, most of the motherfuckers that, like, the thing is that you probably would have a convergence of a lot of these people trying to, like, break into a prison or something. Let's just say, like, hypothetically, they go to the fucking prison he's in. He's in a supermax prison, not because he's dangerous, but because,
He's a former president.
right? And there might be people trying to siege it or whatever bullshit. Fine. My thing is that I don't believe that a ragtag group of unorganized mass of dipshits is going to, like, be a threat to the National Guard that would inevitably be brought in. But here's what I think, if he goes to prison, is to bring it back to funny.
Yeah.
I think it would be very funny to see the Republican Party, with Trump being in prison, immediately turn into the party of, like, positive treatment of felons in prison.
Well, you want to know the funniest part?
Isn't it so sad that Donald Trump can't watch TV, like, in the privacy of his cell? Isn't it sad that he has to share a cell? It's gonna turn into, jails in this country are gonna just turn into, like 50% of our GDP is gonna go to that shit, and it's gonna be like you get into jail and you get home from, like, getting sloppy toppy from the preferred gender of your choice. And you are go get your buffet at dinner, and then you go back to your single cell with a double king sized bed and 900 thread count sheets as you settle into bed, and people are just fucking holding up 7-Elevens just to get back into prison and shit. Like that to me is funny. That to me that
funny
to me would be
what's
funny.
even more funny on top of that is if he is sent to prison, guess what's 3 or 4 days right after?
Yeah, they're RNC. They're the National Convention.
Yep.
Here's my thing. If we're just to bring it grounded for a second, and I know we're talking politics. I know we don't typically do politics on here, but
it's unprecedented times. Give us a break.
Can I just go 10 minutes, please, without living through unprecedented times? Can I just not have a once in a lifetime event happen for one day? I just want one day. I just want one day where I can go outside and immediately not have the sun melting the skin off my body, while political criminals, like, roll by on a flatbed sniffing cocaine off a fucking hooker's ass, and then immediately going to go bomb another country with a tactical nuke. Like, I just want the peace for 24 hours. I beg.
You want to know what went completely under the news radar, even though it was released in a news article?
What?
And I got this from Tim Dillon, so I'm not saying that this is my own thought. But
Tim Dillon's funny
and very knowledgeable. What's it called? The fact that the U.S. government or whatever fucking researching company, whoever it is, they are finally now accepting the fact that either that Saudi Arabia had something to do with 9/11. And it's like, yeah, you fucking idiots. No shit.
No, was like Saudi. Was Saudi Arabia directly involved in the plot? Maybe not. But what they were was direct funders of groups like Al Qaeda.
Exactly, and then we completely
that's not new information. Like,
no, I know, obviously, fucking not. I knew that. I'm just saying that something as like in 20 years. There is definitely going to be an article that says we now fully accept that the Wuhan lab is the cause for COVID. And nobody, or a more perfect example, we now fully accept the fact that the FBI and CIA had a hand in killing Kennedy. Like, just something so groundbreaking at a certain time that years later nobody gives a fuck about, and it's like.
It's like the government constantly admitting that aliens exist, and people just don't give a fuck.
And everybody's like, "Listen, I got enough shit to fucking deal with here. I can't handle it."
Listen. The only thing that rent's too damn high. Rent's too damn high. Milk cart, gallons of milk are $6.99. And
Evan, I made
the
that
motherfucking
decision.
billionaires are trying to leave us
I made that
behind.
decision young about religion. I was like, yo, listen, there is too much shit on this fucking earth for me to miss out on just because I want to have a good next life. Fuck all that. I'ma live here.
Yeah, no, dead ass. Like, say, you know, I am gonna go sit through a fucking like service on Sunday, so I can get some free food for
It's
the
already
house,
Easter.
some groceries.
For why? Oh, just for that? Okay. I
Oh, yeah,
respect that.
Yeah, I'm poor, dude. I have to get $100 by the 11th.
You better be selling that boy pussy.
Nah, I'm literally gonna go find possessions of mine and sell them at this point.
Smart.
Because,
Yeah.
and here's the thing, normally I'd use that for my phone bill, but you know what I have to use it for? The domain name for this fucking website, HIMediaTV.
Damn.
So,
Damn.
so folks, by the way, I'm just saying,
Help a nigga out.
if you want to help a brother out, you can go to himedia.gg/live. I've got an entire fucking menu of thingamadoohickeys that you can make me do, including taking a fucking tapeworm shot for $10. And if you buy 10 of them bitches, I will take 10 of them on camera.
Back to back.
Back to fucking back. There's nothing at this point I won't do for $100. Sans giving up my asshole or breaking the my vows of monogamy with my partner.
Understandable.
I will eat dog food on camera. I will do whatever the fuck.
Wow. I'm trying to think of a good way to transition this. But go to Instagram.
All right?
Because something else your fans can also spend money on after they send you money first. Y'all better send him money if I'm giving y'all the hookup with this. But this is a great bundle for people who don't really have a lot of PC games. The Star Wars collection is usually... What the fuck is going on with my camera?
It's just fuzzy as fuck. Yeah, so there's a few different Ultra Kill. Ultra Kill is I would just say, I understand, like, obviously, if you don't already own Game of the Year version of Fallout 4, get that.
Definitely pick it up. It's all DLC, and that is extremely easy for modding.
I will, if you want to pick it, I'll be dead ass. If you're gonna pick two games out of this list, personally, I would pick Fallout if you don't already have it, and Ultra Kill. Ultra Kill is very good.
Listen, I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. The 5-game option is really good. I only say that because the Star Wars collection includes a lot of retro games in the Star Wars universe, including Star Wars Battlefront 2 OG. It includes KOTOR 1 and 2. By
the way, the OG servers, if these are Steam keys and you put it through Steam, I'm pretty sure that you can still play with people with the OG bundle on Steam.
That's fucking dope. I didn't know about that. But Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1 and 2.
And if you can't, I think there's like online peer-to-peer servers that you can join and do.
I'll be right back. I'm just turning on the light.
All right, cool.
Hey, I would use the choice of 5, and then I would get also Forgive Me Father 2 is in there. It's literally a relatively new game. It's in early access, but it's fucking amazing. It's a fun little roguelike shooter. There is... I personally didn't know about Overkill, so I got the Saints Row Gold Edition. I'm not going to play it, but I got it anyway. But yeah, I got Forgive Me Father 2, Saints Row, Fallout 4.
You would... I think if you gave Monster Hunter World, there's a 50-50 shot you'd love it.
I played the OG Monster Hunter. I know it's not the same game, but I was not into it. So...
Was it the actual mechanics of the gameplay, or just like the whole concept of going out on missions, grabbing shit, coming back to base?
I played Lost Planet, which is the second one, so I don't really know. I just played like the beginning of it, and I did not enjoy the vibe of it at all. So I'm kind of like, I might give it a try if it's ever on like Game Pass or PlayStation Premium or whatever. But
that's fair. Honestly, I'm not necessarily a huge fan of it myself. Yeah, I don't know. I want to like it because I have a lot of friends that enjoy it. I have a difficult time.
Mm. Also, Devil May Cry 5, great game. I mean, it's Capcom. It's I don't know if it's the best in the series because I really don't have experience with it,
I played a
but
little bit of it. It's okay. But then again, I'm not a giant Devil May Cry fan. If I'm being perfectly honest.
neither
Oh,
am I. I'm just trying to give people suggestions though. But yeah,
that's fair.
for the 2 game option, it comes out to $15. For the 3 game option, comes out to like what, $22, and then for the 5 game option, it's $35.
Nice. I'm gonna
And I
show you.
mean,
I'm gonna show you another video.
okay.
Why is it in a cage?
Because it growled at me.
Literally.
I like my little frog warrior princess.
Do you save scum in that game?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
I was gonna say, if you just take them random 1 or 2 fucking dice rolls, or a nat 0 like they love to fucking give a nigga, oh my god.
Don't get me wrong. I would like to do like a run where I don't save scum whatsoever, and
And
just
you
do
just
that
accept
and,
it.
and just accept it. I feel like that'd be fun and interesting. But like,
No, what the fuck is up with kissing that goddamn squid? That fucking game wanted me to kiss that motherfucker so goddamn bad. I was like, fuck off.
yo,
Fuck off.
you're all the way in Act 3. Goddamn.
No. In Act 1, when you find him after you get him out of the ship, right? After you crash land the ship, when you first you get a few.
Spoilers for BG3. Spoilers for BG3. Just
It's literally the first like level. Like after you get off of the ship, nobody even knows what the fuck the ship is about. I don't even know why you're on that ship at first. So don't even tell me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But you walk up to the guy who is piloting the ship, and I think if you don't kill him in that final battle on the ship, he is still alive. When you walk up to him, the game literally wants you to kiss him. They were like, he's infesting your mind. Doo-boo-boo-boo-boo. And then
I've done.
yeah.
Listen, I want to be clear. I've done that sequence a lot of times. It's more of him just trying to control you and get you to save him.
Yeah, to like you get killed and he comes back and is revived with all this fucking health. But it's like under the guise of him like calling out to you and desiring you. So I say it's kissing. So I know it's not actually, but that
is certainly a read on it.
So well, everything else in the goddamn game is about fucking. Why the fuck couldn't this be?
It's like why is there a tactical RPG in my dating sim?
Or why is there a hentai tentacle monster in my fucking tactical RPG? Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Just you fucking wait.
Oh no, I bet
Because like if that's the read you got off of that, I talk to me when you hit Act 3. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
But I'm just saying the amount.
Because I'm not about to spoil nothing for you.
No problem. But the amount of times that I fucking rolled a nat 0 just in that interaction, I was like, come on! I don't want my main character to die. He shouldn't die.
So here. All right, so
I know all the companions have revive scrolls that I could use,
and there's also withers.
And I could also use the guy from the ruins to bring back my people. I already got him, so I know. But I'm just like, fuck that. I would much rather save scum, find out all the dialogue options, and then choose the right one.
Fair enough. Question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What class are you? What race are you?
Oh, I think I'm a druid. I'm a druid with not rogue. Maybe rogue. I think rogue.
Honestly, like druids are pretty goofy. Like they have some excellent, like obviously they have like the transformations. Like owlbear by itself is like goofy as shit in terms of power. And even without that, and you want to stay in human form, like the shillelagh cantrip is just bonkers by itself.
Can you explain something to me? Every time I use that fucking move, it always misses.
Which one?
The shillelagh.
Well,
Shillelagh,
the
however
purpose
you
of
say it.
it's what you do with it is you enchant your weapon. That's what it is.
I know.
And
I'll enchant. I can never land a hit with that active. I can only ever land a hit without that active. And I have the right weapon equipped where it says you can only use it on certain types of weapons. I have that specific set of
so
goddamn weapon.
let me ask a question.
Yeah.
How high is your casting like your primary casting?
I haven't played the game in like a week. I don't know.
So all right, because if your wisdom is low, because what Shillelagh does is it makes it so, if I remember correctly, I think it makes it use your casting modifier as the thing for damage rolls when you're trying to hit motherfuckers.
Okay.
And if your wisdom ain't super high, which I mean it should be higher because you're a druid and that's your main.
Oh, charlatan. I think that's what my class is. So like extra persuasion.
Charlatan is your background. That's your background.
Then whichever one gives you like extra persuasion, intimidation, and something else.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Thief or something. Something a lockpick. I know I can lockpick.
So tell me, who have you met in your party? Who do you have in your party so far?
So far, we have everybody on the game box except for Housen.
So you don't have. So you have Karlak, you have Will, you have Lizelle.
Oh no. Just people on the on the box screen. What's his name? Gale. I have Gale, Wydell,
Gale, Asterion,
yes.
Will.
Maybe Will. I'm
Will's
not sure
the black dude.
Yes, then I do.
Well, yeah. The character. Just as a minor spoiler, doesn't matter. Whatever. The origin characters that you can be your companions, that all of which are also romanceable are Gale, Asterion,
Shadowheart, because she's first.
Will, Lizelle, and Karlak.
Isn't Shadowheart the first person you could get after Lizelle?
Yes, you can leave the Nautiloid with Lizelle and Shep.
Did you not save her?
I save her every time.
Okay.
She's, base white girl if I don't want to romance anybody else.
And she can fucking change disguises.
I will say though, like, Trickery Domain Cleric is really dog shit. Here's the thing. Is she the worst character out of all of them? Yes. Is she basically only good for, like, healing and shit? Absolutely. Is Shadowheart a
racist? Yes.
Is Shadowheart better if you swap her domain to nature or Tempest Cleric or whatever, using the class change? Yes, you can change all the classes of the origin characters if you so desire.
Okay.
Yes, but
very quick. I'm raising the white flag.
Go for it.
But it's not about the subject. Keep in mind where we are. Are you okay with me taking like a 20-minute break? Because I gotta. Yeah. Unless you want to end it.
No,
it's up to you.
No, go take a 20-minute break. I God knows I made some bad pasta today that's been making me shit my brains out all day by damn self.
So I'll be right back.
All right, Brian has effectively cleared his bowels. We were talking about Baldur's Gate and it being a dating sim. I will
turn on your video.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't have my video. My apologies. But what I was going to say is something you should when you get. I'm just gonna say when you get to the point where you can meet Minthara, knock her out.
Knock her out?
Knock her out.
Don't kill her. Or kill her.
Don't kill her.
Knock her out. Okay.
She's evil, but she's hot and evil. And she can be a follower.
Okay.
And you can romance her. She's harder to romance on a good playthrough by far. Especially if you don't side with her during her quest when you would initially knock her out. But if you decide to go against her in that moment, Kill the other people, just knock her out.
Okay.
Cool. Without spoiling anything, because
I appreciate
I kind of want to send you a Minthar, like it's just like some of the lines from some of the characters, because like I don't like any of the guys, obviously. Like I feel like I would like maybe do a romance through with Gale or Astarion just for funsies, just to see what happens. But like every single one of the women in Baldur's Gate that are romanceable hit a different thing for me, and it's wild. I'm attracted to all of them. It's like Karlach, Lae'zel, Minthara are kind of tied, but if I had to pick, it's Karlach, Lae'zel, Minthara, Shadowheart.
Okay.
Like the only thing that's like all of them else are more interesting. Like Shadowheart's just an e-girl you can fix. That's it.
Pretty much.
That's it.
Who's racist? I don't like the fact she's a racist.
You say that, but like Lae'zel, the Githyanki are racist, like old black people.
No, I know. I'm just like, at least they don't like humans in general. I'm just like, you specifically don't like their race. That's fucked.
Yeah, it's fair. They don't like humanoids outside of themselves. Yeah.
But finally, just so we could get off of the Baldur's Gate 3 topic, if anybody has been plugging their ears, I want to discuss mods. And the fucking bullshit I went through just trying to download one texture pack for this fucking game. Bullshit. First, I do some bullshit research where I find out about something called Mod Organizer 2. And I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be simple. This is exactly
Mod Organizer 2 is like, I use Mod Organizer. You're a newbie. You use Vortex. Mod Organizer 2, that's like top tier.
No. The reason I thought Mod Organizer was a more basic / beginning intermediate for a PC modder in the first stages of their fucking modding experience, I thought, because I read about it and
thought,
hold on, wait. I read the fact that you can literally launch it either through the Epic Game Store, where I have, Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition, or you can launch it straight through Mod Organizer. I didn't know Vortex had its own launch system through Vortex, right? So I found out that if you download Mod Organizer, you could play the vanilla game when you load it through the original, gaming space, or you could play it with all the mods enabled in Mod Organizer. God damn it, I couldn't get one to work. I couldn't get one fucking one to work. It was one texture pack and I couldn't do it. It took me 3 hours. Finally, I understood. I was like, fuck Mod Organizer. I think it's a problem with this system. I don't think it's a problem with the mods itself, right? So
Mod Organizer requires a lot of finagling. It's amazing once you understand it, but it took me a while to understand it too.
Jesus fucking Christ. I was yelling at my computer.
And also, the people that made Mod Organizer don't really work on it anymore because Nexus hired them to work on Vortex.
Well, that's good to fucking know, because Noelia was also over my fucking shoulder trying to figure out if I would be able to also mod Stardew Valley in the process. Stardew Valley came up fine in fucking Mod Organizer. You know what didn't show up? Even though I have both of them fucking downloaded? Fucking Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. It was the worst thing.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, dude. I'm gonna keep it 100. You would be better off just installing Tales of Two Wastelands over New Vegas.
No, I understand that completely. And when I do my Tales of the Wasteland playthrough, I will definitely do that. I want to play the base games first because I have never finished them. I want to get through the full story, even if I just want texture mods enabled for right now.
You just want it to look a little prettier.
That's all. And to play a little nicer. Like with Fallout 3, I want aim down sights. That's about as far as I'll go in terms of actual modding. But I just want the game to look fucking good. It's 2024. I'm not trying to make it a 2024 game, but something.
You want to bump it up to 2011. You want it to look like Skyrim. as good
Well, I
as Skyrim.
downloaded. I finally figured out how to download DC moods. Thank God, right? I got a high level texture pack, all of this off of Nexus. Watched like 10 hours of mod videos to find out what were the best mods, what's compatible with what. That it's so fucking annoying. Why is this process like this? And why is there not a more streamlined version of this in all games? What happened to the Steam Workshop?
Well, the Steam Workshop was only had integration with Old Rim and nothing else. You know, Brian, Nexus Mods does have collections.
Yeah, trust me, I know. That's the only way that I've been going through it, browsing it.
Nah, that's fair. Honestly, the collections are probably the way to go for you, all things considered. They're a bit of a if and by the way, have you ever heard of Enderel?
No.
So, do you own Skyrim on Steam?
Yes.
Do you own the special edition on Steam?
I don't think so. I think I own the original version.
That's fine.
I've had it for a while.
Okay, that's fine. The reason I bring it up is that honestly, I think I might end up doing an Enderel stream. And I'll do it on Instagram too, so you can watch. So you might actually start watching my fucking streams and shit if I'm streaming that shit on Instagram.
Yeah. Just be like, what?
Yeah. But yes. So just be cognizant. I think that you would like if you're bored of Skyrim and you don't want to like mod a whole thing or whatever, Elderel is a total conversion. It is the third game in the series. The German team that makes it made a total conversion mod for Morrowind. They made a total conversion mod for Oblivion, and they made a total conversion mod for Skyrim. And this is all a self-contained world and story. It's almost completely revamped from the ground up. The way you level up, you don't do it through like process. You get learning points and skill points and stuff, and you have to read books you buy from merchants or you find in the world to do. It's a wonderful game, and it's super cool. And like every aspect of it is just super detailed and interesting. And here's the big part, and this is kind of rough: no fast travel. You can fast travel by like getting teleport scrolls and spells and stuff you might be able to get. There's plenty of like they've done a good job of like making it so that everything is kind of connectable. In that
is
way.
It a smaller map then, or is it still the same size?
It's a pretty fucking hefty map, if I'm being honest. But here's the thing: there are plenty of tools at your disposal to do it, and I'm gonna be honest. The lore and the voice acting and the writing is all like the opening segment of this game. It's just 20 minutes of like, what the fuck is this shit? And it's so good. It's so
yeah.
good.
But here's a common thing that I'm noticing about these mods, just in general. It's these people who idolize yesteryear's approach to gaming, which is to make it.
Oh yeah, they're all cringe. It's all cringe.
It's like DC moods is a perfect example. And why the fuck does every high level weather texture pack for Fallout 3 enable dark as fuck nights? I mean, dark as fuck, to the point where I can't see. To the point where I'm looking at a black screen and all these fucking assholes are like, oh, it's the best way to play the game. How? I can't see anything. I understand that night is supposed to be night. I get that concept. I understand that.
But you also need to see shit. We're not playing Resident Evil here.
It's not a horror game. I'm not looking to play a horror game.
Exactly. Now, granted, the setting is horrific, but it's like
it already has horror elements.
It's
when you're walking through a metro and like 5 ghouls out of nowhere show the fuck up behind you. That's horror. That's scary.
That's enough.
With you. I don't need to not be able to see them until they're literally right in front of my face.
I love the changes they made to ghouls in 4. Like they're a lot more fucking freaky. I'll give them that. But the modding system. Here's the thing. I'm a veteran Bethesda mod. Do you know what I would do on my sick days? when I was home from school and too sick to, and I was sick, I would, well, everybody's gone. I could have jacked off. I could have played video games. I could have watched TV. I did none of that. I had Netflix on the TV. I sat in front of my computer. So I had that as background noise, and I figured out how to get my mod load order to work for 8 hours. And then I would play it for 20 minutes, and then people would be home. That was what I did. So I'm neurotic as shit with this, so I promise you, let me help. I can help. Fallout 3 is one of those games that is like, I'm going to be honest, if you're going to get a mod load order bullshit thing for 3, you're just going to want to go get Fallout mod, organizer. FO mod. It's basically a bare fucking bones. You import a fucking zip file, it loads that shit in, you sort your load order, you're off to the races. It is a bare bones simple thing. And honestly, I think it works better. It's less cumbersome and it's more, off to the races compared to a mod organizer 2, which, don't get me wrong, I love. Vortex, the whole 9 yards.
Thankfully, I gotta say, with Vortex, the fact that they streamline the fuck out of it, and every time you add a mod, the little right hand list comes down and is like, your mod order or this, figure it out. And I'm like, okay, I could just press these fucking buttons and figure it out and then play the game. I don't have to go into data files. I have a question. Yes. How the fuck do you change where your Steam game library downloads games at? Because everybody keeps telling me I shouldn't have it being downloaded to my program files or my program file x86 thing. It should be somewhere else in a My Games tab or C drive / games drive. But I'm like, how every time I go into Steam and I press Steam settings and then I go to storage and then it shows me the locations. It never lets me change the location to download it.
So basically what you need to do is in the same drive.
In the same drive. Is that not a thing anymore? Did Steam just delete that option? Because I remember
there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do so. So what you just need to do is you just need to go to the storage and just click add drive.
Do you have that? Because No. Add drive, meaning if you have external storage, a SSD, something like that.
It does the same thing. I literally just clicked it. I can go click into my D folder. I can click into my game and into the games thing, and I can select the folder there.
I literally cannot. After we get off stream, I'll share my screen so you see what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, that's my little thing. But
I got you.
But yeah, I gotta say, Vortex streamlines all of this shit. I don't even need the Fallout 3 thing you suggested, because at least all the mods so far I've been downloading has been compatible enough with Vortex, or I've figured out how to physically put it into the game files.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
I gotta be so honest. There is a mod out there that skips the whole vault introduction, and that thing is a fucking lifesaver.
I gotta be honest. When I go and play Fallout 3, I don't Fallout. Here's the thing: Fallout 3 is one of those games that I personally don't feel the need to mod too much to enjoy myself. I will add a unofficial patch. I will maybe, add a mod to get rid of the green tinge to everything. But other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, the only mods that I have for it right now, right, are the high texture pack, the DC moods, the floor pack, and I think just a slight weather thing on top of it to make the nights less dark. So I strictly have just visual based mods. I don't have any gameplay affecting mods aside from also the Project Beauty. That's the only other mod that I really have.
See, that's the thing though. Visual mods can be the most disruptive and cause the most issues, because you have to remember Fallout 3 is an old, busted the fuck up game.
That's why I watched a recent mod explanation video of the best mods that are compatible with each other, that don't impact the game too much in terms of game breaking bugs or, too many things to change. And it was a recent video. Like, it wasn't one that was 10 years old,
Fair. That's fair.
So I think that's why the combination I have right now is like a Goldilocks situation. I found it out. I'm not looking to change it. That's why I say when I do decide to do Tales from the Wasteland, I am going to like completely unload, uninstall all of those mods first, install Tales of the Wasteland, then find out if those mods are compatible with it. And they should all be, but
double check the video I sent you, because I'm pretty sure I show off the tab that has all the list of all the Tale of Two Wastelands mods that are up to date.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely have.
Yeah. It's Tales of Two Wastelands is definitely one of those experiences that you do want to kind of play pure. Just because it's just nice. But let's call it, how about we given that your roommates and wifey just got home, how about we call it a day?
Well, they're both going to the room, so if you want to.
I know, cool. Elia. Also, by the way, the camera can see you flipping them off in the mirror.
Baby, we can see you.
What?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, the mirror.
Flipping off, let's say.
She's flipping off the cat.
Oh, I thought she was flipping off you.
Nah. What's it going? Let's go for another 20, and then let's call it. Cool?
I'm tired, but sure.
Okay. You were the one talking about how you were going to stream after this, so.
Honestly, that's probably not going to happen.
If you call it, no problem.
Yeah, but is there anything else you wanted to chat about?
Let's see. Oh, Nah, not really. That's more of a off-screen thing. I just got to talk to you about my podcast. But aside from that, no.
That's fine. Happy to. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching the rundown. If you want to support this show, please do so at HIMediaTV/tip. $1 a month is a boon to my mental health. I am very poor, but also gets you access to a bunch of perks on the Discord, including early access and exclusive videos, among other things. I appreciate your support. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the rundown. I joined with my co-host, Mr. Brian No.2 Ortega. I'm Evan from HIMediaTV. I also can.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.